Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carl Minger. This is Aaron Burns. We are WRME Live, Weichert Realtors, Main Edge out of Mustang, Oklahoma. How you doing this morning, Aaron?
I'm good.
Man, I tell you what.
I'm sick of these people not answering their phones and not listening to their voicemails, but other than that, I'm great.
You know, people, it amazes me, all the technology and stuff we have, and people have trouble communicating.
Yes.
This is episode 128.
129.
Oh, excuse me, 129. I'm a week behind. You know, I've had that bug since last Sunday.
Right.
I tell you what, consumed about 4, almost 5 days of my life. I tell you what, it's draining. It's good to be back amongst the living.
Right.
You know, anybody that has that, just avoid them like the plague, because it is the plague. Okay. Oh,
Stay away.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we've got all kinds of stuff going on in the world. You know, it's going to make for an exciting 2020, no matter how you look at it. You know, this funky impeachment thing and all the political hatred going on out there.
Yes.
The division in the country. You know, but all in all, people got their own stuff to worry about.
Yes.
You know, they got their own lives, their own families, their own house to deal with. You know, got people coming over for the holidays. Got to clean the thing. You know, got to do all this stuff.
You're going out of town for the holidays.
Right.
You're the
one.
one.
Got to travel. You know, just ignore most of this political stuff going on. You know, it'll all come out in the wash. You know,
will.
Always does. I mean, you got to take it seriously, but not so seriously. It eats up into your family time and everything else. You know.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be talked about.
You know. Yeah.
It's all over.
You know, I love my brother to death. Okay, Larry.
Yes.
You know, we get together every week and can you share that to my page so I can at least see it? But he loves to talk politics and I like it for a little while. You know, but that stuff can depress me if I think about it too much. But he's retired, so he can do that and not consume too much of his time. I'm glad he can do that. I'm glad he could retire. You know. All right, thank you, Miss Aaron, for fixing my stupid phone.
No, quit looking at my
phone. Good morning, Sandy and Terry and
look at people.
Everybody else out there. You know, it's all about family. You know, and you know, even if you don't have much family, you know, we've got this situation with one of our tenants in one of our properties that having a tough time, got laid off the week before Christmas.
Yes.
You know, that makes you really think about all the stuff you have that they don't.
Well, and just think about the people around you, because most people don't say anything when they get put in a situation like that, a hard time. So if you're not paying attention, or if you're just worried about you and your family, you might miss out somebody needing help.
You know, and I especially like helping people that don't ask for it. Okay? You know, somehow or another, some clue will pop up into your life, and you can help them somehow or another. It doesn't have to be no grand and glorious thing where you're going out and getting PR and all this other stuff. Just help folks out.
Sometimes handing somebody $20 is more than they can even say thank you for, because $20 to them might be a tank of gas to get to work.
Oh, absolutely! I can tell you what. After our house burnt down, I mean, just dealing with the insurance company, mortgage company, all that stuff, and people give us money that came at just the right time. Mm-hmm. You know, we weren't broke by any means, but there was things that came around at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And you know, that stuff kind of gets to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, in this time of year, you know, just be open.
Hey, Ben Fuentes is watching us this morning. Good morning, Ben.
Hi.
The one we went to New York City with. Had a ball. Rode the train. Ate hot dogs on the street corner.
I'm so glad they had fun in the freezing cold. I was happy here.
It was awesome.
Hi, Ben.
Yes.
We try to keep the riffraff out, but it just happens sometimes. Sorry. No, I got to shoot
We're on the
through.
train going from New Jersey to New York City, and we posted a picture of us,
Right.
going to New York City and everything. And Mitch is 2 rows in front of me. He turns around and he goes, "How do you know my brother?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "He just posted on Facebook, wondering how we know each other." He had worked way back in my early real estate days at Keller Williams. In the very beginning, he had worked on some videos with me.
Right.
And he's the brother of one of our Weichert affiliates. And it was it was so funny.
It is crazy if you're ever on Facebook and you look at the people you have in common, and sometimes then you're like, I wonder how they know them.
Yeah.
Because it's usually really odd.
Well, it shows you how small our world really is.
Right.
That's why you gotta be careful what you say on Facebook, what you do on Facebook, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool, and that give us a little bit of a bond, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
We had a connection that we really didn't have before, and it made me feel good. I liked it, and that his brother remembered me from almost 10 years ago.
Well, it's
Yeah.
crazy how strangers will see something and they'll say something to you.
Right.
Because me and Mom pull into a gas station or someplace and we're sitting there and the rental is a Texas Tech. This dude rolls down his window. He goes, "Where from Texas are y'all from?" He was all excited. He was originally from Dallas, Fort Worth area, and he was all excited to see somebody else from back home. So it's funny how that happens.
It is.
And little things can make something click and just create a friendship or whatever.
Well, Sandy, I know it reminds you of It's a Small World After All, but I'm not going to sing it, even though I can sing this morning. After being sick for a week,
You can sing.
I was in the shower. I was bellowing out the good songs this morning. I felt good. And I tell you what, it's great to feel good after being puny for a week.
Right.
But when I'm sick, I stay home. If I'm not in the right mental mind or whatever, I need to stay home. And I like for people to take the time to get better. Everybody feels like they got to go to work and stuff like this. And I know money is tight for a lot of folks, but especially in real estate, you got to be in the right frame of mind. You got to be positive, no matter what all the political bull rot's going on.
Right.
All that stuff.
Sometimes you got to take a break and think about yourself and just stop away from everything, because that's just as important as taking customer service with everybody else.
I kind of look at myself as a caregiver. As a broker, I have to help take care of all the agents, okay? I have to be in a good physical and mental state of mind to be of a good use to you guys, okay? If I'm not, it's just like a caregiver in a hospital or a sickness situation. Mm-hmm. You got to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others.
Right.
You just got to do it. Yes. What are you got to talk about this morning besides that? Oh, Ben said Merry Christmas. Just makes me so happy.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
We had a good time. I'd never met Ben before in my life, before the Weichert Academy up in New Jersey, but we had a great time. And I tell you, it was funny. They were making fun of me.
You're a hoot and a delight, Ben. You were wonderful to hang
We're in
out
New York
with.
City, and we're going around in this little group. But all the panhandlers, they come up to me asking for money, and it got to be a running joke throughout the whole thing.
They would push through me and all the other people to get to the guy in the cowboy hat.
They knew the softie.
I guess so. It was funny. Within one block, 3 different guys come up to me about their dying mom. Okay, that was the story of the day. And I'm, I feel bad a little bit for people, but then it gets a little pathetic, Kind of like the starving kids at the Mexican border, mooching for money.
They needed to go figure out who was telling what story and come up with a different one.
Yeah. Of course, in New York, I guess from one block to the next, is a whole different world. Unlike here, it's the same all over. So. All right. Well, we have been on for 10 minutes. I guess we probably ought to wrap
Office
this up.
hours next week. We will be closing at 9 Noon on Monday.
Yep.
Tuesday.
Sorry,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Christmas
Christmas Eve, that's
Somebody
right.
will be here till noon. I won't. And closed Wednesday, and then back open Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I want everybody to go out and have a Merry Christmas. Do what you can for somebody else, and do some stuff for your family. Have a good Christmas. We'll talk to you later.